so right. One day feels so right. Welcome to the showdown, it's time to ignite. With the lobe on the air, bringing you the fight. With the crowd roaring and the tension so thin. Get ready for highlights, every kick and flip. From the field to the crowd, be breaking it down. Tracking every move from the ace to the ground. But raise the sharp blades and start to impress. We are ultimate soul. Some settling, no stress.
All right, week one is officially over. Sound off if you got a win this week. Let's do some roll call. Here. All right. Here. All right. Looking good.
How the hell did you do that with Jackson Arnold?
Well, you know, I'm starting to think Jackson Arnold wasn't the problem, and maybe the rest of y'all were.
Here. Okay, I expect that from you.
Here. Where the hell did you get that new quarterback?
Bargain bin shopping. Everything you buy is from the bargain bin.
Hey, now did you want? This gonna be all year. Ball by 50.
Here, and funny enough, 50 is how much he got caught going over the speed limit.
You got something to say, nerd?
No. That's what I thought. This guy beats Bama once, thinks he has the right to trash talk. Unbelievable.
Here. All right.
Hey, what's up, douchebags? Of course we here.
Why does Ohio State have a Jersey accent?
He's from the South. He doesn't know what an Ohio accent sounds like.
Okay.
Oh, hey, what's that number 1 team? Oh, yeah, that's right. We beat him! Dude, shut up! Hey, you shut up! Hey, save it for week 12. Go Tiger.
I'm sorry, was that English? It's okay. We haven't been able to understand him for years.
Two Tiger Valor.
Here.
Ooh, somebody finally decided to get off Snapchat and TikTok? Did you decide to get some receivers who can actually catch the ball?
What?
Here.
What?
I said here.
Dude! What the What? They were really good! He was 2-10 last year! Are you kidding me?
Now, if I may interject.
Zip it, McConaughey! I'm not trying to hear from you. Fix your shit.
Get set for the thrill. It's game time now. I'm ascending to the crowd. Let me show you how. Scores are dropping, wheels are turning, faces high. We're rocking every moment, reaching for the sky. So catch your breath and strap in tight. We're bringing the heat, it feels so right. Lights are flashing, the crowd's in a roar. Get ready for action, it's what we live for.
Bro, that intro.
Where did you find that?
I don't know. I found it literally 5 minutes before the show started. And I was like,
fantastic.
that's our cold open.
That's how you started up, bro. A little confusing, but at the same time, a little nasty.
Oh my God, tell me about it. My God, dude, this whole weekend has been just a cluster of every emotion that you could think about in sports, and it's going to get even bigger this weekend.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
for sure.
yeah, this is the perfect time of the year, dude. I mean, what a week 1 in college football. We got week 1 in the NFL starting tomorrow. These playoffs are going crazy right now in MLB. The race is heating up. So you know what I mean? Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. I mean, I'm excited, dude.
Dude, it's same here. And not only that, but I just got done with my the number 5 of 5 of my fantasy drafts literally an hour ago before I started this show. So that tells you how busy I've been this week.
Yeah, that's a lot, bro. What are you trying to Michael Jordan it right now, dude? The
Bro,
whole hand is filled up.
Let's go.
Let's go to heavyweight Tony.
Heavyweight champion of the world.
I love it. And I love the belt you give away too. For you guys who don't know, this gentleman's leagues, he gives away belts that look like the WWF championship belt. I mean,
That's
this is legit and official, and I love it.
That's right. We got our heavyweight championship league. We got our intercontinental championship league. Yeah, that's right. I'm here for it. But anyways, hello and welcome to ROMA Sports. We go around the country and the world to talk sports. I'm AK, your favorite guy, and tonight, Major League Baseball weekly playoff update, because you know we've been doing that since we started. And we're going to go over with the week 1 slate in the NFL with predictions. And what do you guys make of the Micah Parsons trade? And what does it mean for the Cowboys and the Packers? All right. Well, outside of that, before we get started, go to riseofmiddleamerica.com and check out our lineup of podcasts from history to news, pop culture, true crime, sports. We've got a show for all your needs. Join our Discord where all the magic for ROMA Sports happens. You want to be a podcast host, producer, researcher, or writer for us, this is your launch pad. Go to the top of the page for our socials, or you can scroll to the bottom of the page for the latest Roma merch. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to support us, like I said, this is our merch link right over here. Or you can go down to the bottom of the page where there's a PayPal link where you can make a monetary contribution, help us keep the lights on, help us run all 8 shows that we've got going on here. And it's tough. It's real tough. So any monetary contribution that you guys can make to us will make this better for you. So again, like, comment, subscribe, Hit that notification button so you never miss a beat. Now, let's go ahead and get into our first segment. First and Furious. All right. So, here in our first segment, we're going to talk about the top 25. As you could tell from our first cold open that we did, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in the world of college football. So let's start up here to the top. So this is from ESPN. Ohio State climbed to number 1 in the Associated Press top 25 college football poll on Tuesday. LSU, Miami moved into the top 5. Florida State jumped back into the rankings at the expense of Alabama, which plummeted to its lowest spot in 17 seasons. The defending national champion Buckeyes received 55 of 66 first-place votes to move up 2 spots after their win over preseason number 1 Texas. Ohio State is at the top of a regular season poll for the first time since November of 2015. Longhorns dropped to number 7 as the media voters shuffled the rankings following a topsy-turvy Labor Day weekend. It was only the second time and first since 1972 that 2 top 5 teams lost in week 1, and the first time that 4 top 10 teams lost. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. Ohio State, number 1. Penn State, number 2. LSU, number 3. Georgia, number 4. Miami, number 5. Oregon, number 6. Texas, number 7. Clemson, number 8. Notre Dame, number 9. South Carolina leads out our top 10. How'd you feel about the games this weekend?
Well, we'll start with my Ohio State Buckeyes. All right. First of all, the line started at 3, went all the way down to 1.5 before kickoff. Total disrespect. Okay. That's the bottom line, number 1. Number 2, you got the rookie quarterback coming in. What's his last name? Manning. Who cares? You're playing against 100,000 fans. Okay. Plus 22 Buckeye lunatics. All right. It's funny how Ohio State is number 1 for the first time since 2015, but they won like 6 national championships between that span, or Rose Bowls or Sugar Bowls. So, hey, Buckeyes, number 1, keep it going. I want to talk about number 2, Penn State. We knew they were going to be there. They're going to hold it for a while. Number 3, LSU. They were number 9, all right, before last week, and they roughhoused
Which
Miami.
team?
They roughhoused Miami.
No, they didn't play Miami. No, that was Notre Dame. Notre Dame played Miami. But LSU.
LSU. I'm sorry, LSU beat Clemson. And Navasa talked about how would that game be an upset, LSU over Clemson.
Right.
All right, so on the road, LSU goes in, and they upset Clemson. So Navasa was right. It is an upset game. But for them to go on the road like that and be just in the top 10 and to win a big game on the road like that and to be recognized as top 3 now, that's pretty recognizable for LSU. I mean, that's a real good win.
Well, this is the AP poll, right? So the AP poll is what's going to run this all the way through week 7, week 8, week 9.
You're gonna go almost 80% through.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to see a lot of jumps because the AP poll tends to jump a lot in the beginning of the season until they start seeing a couple more games, and then things start to balance out a little bit. You notice this during the BCS polling when they used to have the BCS, and there were a lot of teams that were in different areas that did not belong in those areas because of the BCS. That's why they got rid of it.
Right.
But let's go ahead and move down. I mean, obviously Georgia won handily. We knew that was going to happen. Miami over Notre Dame. That was actually a really good game. I was looking forward to that game all weekend.
Yeah, Miami held it down for the first 3 quarters, and then you knew Notre Dame was gonna at least show some face. They came back, they stretched it, but hey, at the end, Miami and that house was rocking, man, and they held it down. They really did. Now they are number 5. They're top 5 now, and the Irish, ever since last season, heartbreaking losses in the bowl games. They start the year now 0-1. You know, I don't know. It's going to be tough for Notre Dame.
Miami plays Florida State, right?
I believe so. I didn't check Miami's
Yeah, they're
schedule, but it does
ACC.
sound like they should.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a massive game.
Yeah, it gets down and dirty down in Florida when those two link up. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that's gonna be a massive game. I don't know when they play, but when they do, I mean that's gonna have a lot of implications. All right, because the ACC at the top is there, right?
Yeah, they're stacked. They're powerhouses all the time there. They'll always represent, you know, they're always in the top seeded.
But we tried last week to figure out which teams that were not in the top 25 that were going to jump in, and they completely proved the doubters right. Because every single team that we picked got their asses handed to them.
Yeah, and this is the wager of college football, and that's why these points are so high, because they're probably going to get their ass drummed. But you're enticed to, you know, I think they're going to win. I think they'll keep it close, and they just get the doors blown off. So, you know, they pack the schedule with a whole bunch of lackadaisical teams to try to, you know, get these guys amped up and get them, you know, above mediocre competition to get ready. But let me tell you something. That's a big win for Miami, man. I mean, they got a nice cookie coming up in Bethune. All right, so they're going to cook up Bethune. All right, and
Cookman.
Yeah, they're going to cook them up.
My goodness, no, Bethune Cookman is like I can play on Bethune Cookman.
Let me tell you something. You want to pick up? We'll pick up 9 more guys, me and you, and we'll play 11 up. But you want to, if you could win those games against super recognizable teams that are ranked and then have a cookie, it is a super cookie. So, you know, and LSU has La Tech. So those two teams, big wins. Now they got some cookies.
Exactly, yeah. So let's move on. And then, of course, we had the game on Sunday afternoon, which was South Carolina. And they're looking pretty convincing. I mean, Sellers they're saying that he's the guy, Heisman front runner or whatnot. He had a couple of really good deep passes, and he really showed what he could do in the NFL. Right?
Yeah. He those throws, those were dimes, those were ducats, perfectly thrown. If the receiver's not going to catch it, it's not going to be an interception. It's going to be an incomplete pass. You know, you could tell he knows what he's doing out there. So if you could call the right plays and put him in the right spots, the kid's going to shine, and, you know, he'll represent for what people are talking about him as top 2 guy.
Right. But you know what's crazy is that it wasn't him that showed out this weekend. It was their running game. Their two-headed monster at running back completely diced that defense.
Yeah, I mean, do you think maybe they were on their heels a little bit? You know, I don't want to get burnt by Sellers, and then boom, double-headed Tiger comes.
They were playing Virginia Tech. And it was an emotional game because, like, his father, the coach's father, was the coach for Virginia Tech.
Beamer.
When he went to the national championship game with Michael Vick. So there was a lot of emotions playing in that game. But I'm going to tell you what, though, like, their running game is lethal. And if you have a running game in college, you're going to be really, really hard to beat. And that's why they have South Carolina. They had South Carolina at 13, and now they're at 10. Yeah. Watch out for South Carolina sneaking into the top 5 over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, if they continue to roll and they continue to pound the football, I mean, they're a lethal weapon. You know, it's going to be tough to stop. You guys are going to have to, you know, hit them with some snot rockets, these linebackers. Stand your ground. So let's see. Listen, college football is great. I mean, you want to say, hey, where could I get a rivalry? It's college football, dude. Even if the records stink between the two teams, when they link up, it's going to be a barnyard brawl. So college football is great.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So let's move down to 11 through 15. You got Illinois. I still don't know how Illinois is there. We're going to find out when they get into Big Ten play. Then we've got Arizona State, Florida State, and then Michigan at 15. Iowa State, I mean, they played their second game. What are they going to have? 2 bye weeks this year?
Yeah.
They played week 0.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And then, of course, you got Iowa State 16, SMU 17. SMU actually dropped a spot. Interesting. Well, I guess they need to play somebody. But the game that they were in, they were kind of rocky in the first quarter, but then they started picking up the pace and showing how good they are. But we need to see a little bit more out of them. 18 Oklahoma, 19 Texas A&M, 20 Ole Miss, 21 Alabama. Alabama dropped from 8 to 21. Talk to me about that.
Dude, total stinker against FSU. I mean, listen, this kid on FSU, they got a quarterback named Tommy Castellanos. You know, I don't know if this kid's part of the mafia. I don't know what's going on, but he sliced, he diced, and he confused Alabama so bad that they didn't know what was going on. All right.
Absolutely.
You want to talk about a loss? That's a bad loss. They'll be talking about that for a minute.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right.
Out for Castellanos, I'm telling you.
Yep. And then to close it off, we got Tennessee at 22, Indiana 23. Indiana, who was playing the team that I thought was going to come in and do some damage and be the big upset, and that did not happen at all.
Nah, I mean, listen, you know, we're crossing our fingers. We're throwing up the Hail Mary. You know, we're trying to work some magic with these underdogs, but at the end of the day, it ain't gonna happen. You know, we all learn our lesson. You know, we want to hear the fairy tale stories of Indiana State beating Indiana in Hoosierville, or Alabama State beating Alabama. You know, like these middle of the pack, mid conference, shouldn't even be FBS 1 teams. You know, I mean, hey, sometimes they pull it out.
Yeah, no, they do. They do. And then to close out the top 25, you got Texas Tech at 24 and Utah at 25. So, I mean, this is I'm going to make a prediction here. I think this year is going to be way more wacky than 2007 college football season.
2007.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember 2007 where they had what?
USC?
Nine number 1 teams.
Was it like USC?
10 number 2 teams.
Alabama, right? A whole bunch of these guys.
It was like if you got into the top 2, you were a target all season long.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we were talking about this, I mean, even before the show was created, just in general as hanging out with your friends and talking about college football. When are they going to change, like, the fact that number 1 and number 2 are always going to be number 1 and number 2 for 20 years? And then they implemented the playoff system and all that good stuff so these guys can get knocked off, and now other teams are playing teams that they've never played before, and it's finally worked out. So college football, I think, worked the kinks out, you know. I like the system they're running here, but yeah, I could see wackiness happening here.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a fun college football season. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, so now we're going to just cover college football. Let's go ahead and move over to the NBA. You know, because Tyrese Halliburton's got an update, and this might actually have implications for the NBA season. So Pacers Tyrese Halliburton shares tough timeline update after crushing NBA Finals injury. This is from the New York Post. And you got all these ads for T-shirts. Tyrese Halliburton is not making any optimistic assumptions about his return from an Achilles tear. Not only will Halliburton, who suffered the injury while trying to play through a calf strain in Game 7, which we need to have an episode on calf strains in NBA. I think we do, because it's clear that these things are being misdiagnosed. Remember 2016 with what's his name, Kevin Durant. He had a calf strain, came back too early, and then ruptured
this whole thing.
And then this season, the last season, my goodness. I mean, first it was Damian Lillard, you know, with a calf strain, boom, Achilles tear. The next, who was it? It was from Boston.
Talk to me. Who we got?
Boston.
Jaylen Brown?
No, not Jaylen Brown.
Tatum?
Just
now, recently, but he had the Achilles, not the calf strain.
No, he had a calf strain.
Oh.
Achilles tear. Tyrese Halliburton. Calf strain, Achilles tear.
So let me ask you a question then.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to look at two possible scenarios here, which I think both of them are actually true. One of them is the players that are getting hurt with these significant injuries are significant players, all-stars.
Mm-hmm.
They're prima donnas. Do you think they're actually going to listen to the trainers, the conditioning guys? They're there shooting around, talking to their boys, getting ready to see what's going on for tonight. They don't care. But when they get hurt and the trainer comes out and starts seeing what's going on, then they're like, oh, help me. I just think it's a two-sided where they're not conditioning properly and they're reckless. I think they're reckless.
No, I don't think it's conditioning because these athletes are the basketball players now versus 20, 30 years ago are the best condition that they've ever been in. That's not the problem. The problem is that they're playing like 250 games a year between the NBA, the playoffs, off-season workouts,
Olympics, whatever.
Just world championships, like all this stuff. They're trying to get all these accolades and trying to fit everything into a short season. They don't get enough rest to let their bodies heal, especially if you're an NBA Finals team and then you go straight on to Europe to play in some championship game, right?
Yeah.
So I get it because sometimes it's important to represent like your country and to represent, whatever. But, at some point you have to make a business decision.
Yeah, I mean, I was never for that. Like, I remember when, like, A-Rod would play or Jeter would go play for USA or Carmelo would play for – I didn't really like it because, you signed a contract with the Knicks. Like, we're expecting you to play and then what? You get hurt in the Olympics or something? Like, I don't even know what happens with the contract with that. God forbid you miss significant time from that.
Yeah, baby. In 2016, Warriors gave up 40% of their starting lineup to make room for Durant. That was a gamble. It was a gamble. He got injured, but guess what? They got 2 championships out of it.
Yes, they did.
So, I mean, I guess the gamble was worth it. Well, I guess we'll find out, soon enough.
That's why it's called gambling. But let me ask you a question with Halliburton here. Obviously, we all know he's trying to. I mean, listen. They're trying to soft-spoken it, they're trying to sponge it up a little bit, but we all know he's really ramping it up, trying to get back. And I think it's because of the offseason moves that happened here. I mean, like, lost Miles Turner. The team looks like they're a little bit in shambles. It looks like if he misses the season, they're not going to even be relevant. And that means he's going to have to play next season. And who knows what the team might even look like by then. So I think that's another incentive to him of why he thinks he should be ramping it up quicker.
Right. Controversial suggestion. What about not letting players in the NBA play in the Olympics? Let them retire early if they want to play or give up great players who didn't give a chance to be drafted. That works, except the NBA fought to have players from the NBA play in the Olympics in 84 and 88 after the 1980 debacle in Russia, where they had the crazy stuff happen over there. And then, of course, you had the Miracle on Ice and like all that other stuff. But they fought for that, and then they finally were allowed to have professionals play in 92. What happened in 92? You got the Dream Team.
That's right. Jordan,
what happened
Bird,
in 96?
Hakeem,
You had Dream Team version 2.
Magic.
And they destroyed everybody and showed the entire world that
this
the
is
USA
why they're not
was
playing.
Yeah, right?
This is why they're not playing. Just give us the gold.
Mm-hmm. She's like, be careful what you wish for.
It might have started a world war, whatever, at that moment when we were just stripping gold medals from these
God.
guys.
What did they beat Angola like by 110 points?
120 to 49 or something like that.
It was stupid. I couldn't believe
Triple doubles all over the place.
Yeah, right.
People drinking Gatorade, just laughing.
Yeah, it was like four. It was like 4 players at 30 points, 2 players at
Yeah,
20. Like,
then I remember when Garnett was out there with what's his face, Paul Pierce and all of them, Kobe. That was good stuff too, man. So listen,
that was hilarious. So in the absence of his game action, like I think he's going to be all right, but he's definitely going to be on a pitch count. He's going to be on a pitch count when he comes back.
He's smart. I think he's a smart
He's
dude.
smart and he's young. He'll be, 26 years old?
Super
when
young,
he comes
bro.
back? Yeah, it'll be fine. He'll be fine. All right, let's move over to the MLB. Oh, man, wild card standings. I want to show you something. Because the last couple weeks, I've been talking about my team, the Tampa Bay Rays.
I knew you were going to bring something up at some point.
And how they tend to... Actually, I'm going to blow this up because I want to make sure that everybody... Oh, nope, wrong screen. I do this every single time. Because every single time that this happens, at the end of the season, the Tampa Bay Rays go on a run. I did say that 2 weeks ago, did I not?
You did. And
Yes.
I said they were going to be 15 under.
Exactly.
And they were 5 under at that time. I said that.
So the Blue Jays just took over the Tigers as the number 1 seed.
Whoa.
By the way.
They score runs, bro. They mash.
Mm-hmm. They score runs. So the Tigers are out. Astros are down there, number 3. Then when you got the wild card with the Yankees with 77, Red Sox with 78, Mariners with 73. But you got the Rangers. Of course, we were talking about the Rangers and how, they're going to be hit or miss. But who's below the Rangers?
Uh-oh. There they
The
are.
Royals,
Is that?
the Guardians, and then the Tampa Bay Rays with 69 wins.
What does it say all the way at the right?
Hey,
all
yo.
the way at the end? W5. They won 5 in a row.
And they're 8-2 in their last 10.
All right, so now they're starting to say, hey, let's go.
How many wins are they behind? Let's see. So 73 is the Mariners.
Yeah,
right?
they're 3.5 back at that last spot that Seattle holds going into today.
3.5 back. Dude, they were 8 back.
Yeah, they totally
20
made up some
games
ground.
ago.
They knocked off games this whole week.
Bro, they're 8-2, but I think they're also like 15-6 since
Yeah,
I
I mean, you
started
could pull
talking
up their
about them.
last 20. I mean, they've been
Bruh.
playing ball. They've been playing ball, bro. Listen, here's the deal in the American League wild card. I mean, you get 3 teams that make the wild card. Okay, so you got the Yankees, and then the Red Sox. All right, and then you got your Mariners. Now the Yankees and Red Sox are 4.5 games ahead of Seattle. They're starting to pull away a little bit. Seattle has got some problems. The Cal Raleigh big dumper project has just been dumped all over his face. The guy is hitting like 140. He's got like 2 homers. He's got like 6 RBI since the All-Star game. He's totally destroyed this whole team. Like, I mean, they relied on him. Now he dumped, and the whole team's dumping. But that's besides the point. Yo, there's a race here. You got Texas 1.5 behind Seattle. You got KC 2.5 back, and Tampa 3.5 back, bro. There's still 22 games left. Okay?
Yep. That's right. And the Rangers are 7-3. So, there's a chance that the Mariners, the Rangers, and the Rays are be playing into the last week for their playoff lives.
Now, again, Navasa had said, oh, you guys want a 163? Well, let me tell you something. If we had to put some money on it, the odds are looking pretty. You'll get paid a little bit less than what you should because it looks good right now that there might be a 163. So dips to that.
164.
You never know, bro. There might be a 165, but let me tell you something.
Because all Guardians fans are looking at us like you assholes.
Listen, the Guardians don't score runs. What do you want me to tell you? I'm sorry. They could pitch, but they don't score. You got to score some runs to win a game, don't you? So there's a log jam here. All right. It's going to be exciting down the stretch. And the American League's awesome right now. So, you want to jump to the NL wild card?
Yeah, let's go to the NL. All right. Brewers are the team to beat. They're the team to, even though they've gone 4-6 in their last 10, they can go 4-6 the next 10 and the next 10 and probably still have the 1 seed. Like, it's just
absolutely. They'll be fine with the 1. Absolutely.
They'll be all right because they've been on a tear since game 50. Probably one of the best that we've ever seen.
Now, listen, I'm a little actually, the Cubs are crazy right now. Besides, if the Brewers weren't doing what they were doing, it'd be the Cubs getting all the talk. Mm-hmm. They got 80 wins. They're the second team to 80. If Milwaukee wasn't there, it'd be the Cubbies. Dude, they're 21 games over. Every night I see them on the scoreboard, they're playing a tough team. Their schedule has to be tough, percentage-wise, winning percentage-wise. The Dodgers are phony, bro. I cheated tonight and looked at the scoreboard a little bit. They lost to the Pirates again. Like, forget about the Dodgers, dude. Like, I would say, like, hey, the Padres will catch them, but the Padres are starting to catch the injury bug, and they lost 4 in a row here, as you could see. So, I don't know. But, the Cubs, bro, like, what's going on?
The Dodgers are Hollywood's team. That's it. They're just a team full of prima donnas.
Yeah, they're fugazi.
Yeah, they come out and they're like, hey, look at us. We got talent. And then,
hi, look at my roster. Hi.
Exactly. But, 78 wins. If you look at who's below the wild card, 70 wins, they've got 78. They're probably not going to catch them. You also got the Padres. Dude, the Padres can catch them.
Listen, but again, the injury bug, they are starting to lose some games. They have a tough schedule, but the Pods could definitely catch the Dodgers. I'm only looking at 2.5 games there that separate the two clubs between the Pods and Dodgers. All right. The wild card looks like the Cubs, Padres, and the Mets are starting to pull away because you got what do we got here? We got a 5-game gap between the Reds, who are the next team up, to try to grab that last wild card spot from the Mets.
It's the Giants right now because they're 9-1. They're the hottest.
So now the Giants moved right in there. There you go.
The friggin' Giants. So they were what? The Giants were 61-68, and now they're 70-69. Where did they come from? See, this is the unpredictability of the MLB playoff race.
Yeah, because you have such a long season, it's all about streaks. If you get hot late, look out, especially if you're in the race and the run in the standings.
Exactly. Who else we got? We got the Pirates are 7-3. And the Pirates are giant slayers right now. I don't know where they came from.
They, young, hungry kids. They want to make a name. They want to eventually get a nice big contract. Maybe get traded to a contender.
The Rockies got 100 losses. Jesus Christ.
They've been having 100 losses every year. When Dante Bichette left and Todd Helton.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on over there.
Exactly, and I don't know. So you got the Giants heating up. You got the Reds. The Reds. They've been sitting at 500 since we've been talking about them. And it's just like they're not really – it's like they'll win 7 games, lose 7 games, and it's just like they're right back to square one.
With 22 games left, you don't want to play the climb the tree game where you climb the tree and get 7 wins, and then you have to come down and get 7 losses, and you play 500 ball. It's too late. There's not enough games in the schedule. You got to make a run, and the Mets are pulling away on that last spot. It doesn't really look good for any of these teams, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, exactly. But to close this off, the Rangers, their momentum is real. All right, so they're peaking at the right time. If you're looking for a Cinderella push or like a massive wrinkle in the playoff tapestry, keep an eye on them. And then, of course, in the AL wild card chase, every sweep, every skid, every streak now counts more. Because that's going to happen now in the NL. I think it's pretty much, unless the Giants go on another. Let's see, what are they on a 3-game win streak? Let's say they win 10 in a row from this point on. They could really start screwing some stuff up.
Yeah,
right.
Didn't Tampa win 20 out of their last 22 games or something like that to get into the playoffs a few years back. What was the number like that or something?
Yeah, and then they got the it was game 162. Remember that?
They forced it. That last game, what was it, against the Red Sox or
Yeah,
Toronto?
no, it wasn't 163. It was the last game of the season, and the Yankee it was the Yankees were playing the Orioles, I think.
Okay.
And then the Orioles ended up beating them in the ninth.
Mm.
And then once they saw the score, the game was tied, right? Everybody saw the score, the same at bat that he hit the home run to win the series and make it to the playoffs. Dude,
That's amazing.
that was let me see if I can find that. Because 162, let's see, game 162, 2011
Okay.
was when that happened. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna pull this up here.
Orioles have
This
just
guy.
Boston.
Oh, Boston. They were playing Boston.
Scored 2 in the bottom of the ninth against Papelbon, and
Wow.
the Orioles beat Boston 4-3.
Oh, this was insane.
with 2 outs.
Right
and
here is
nobody
what
on.
had happened.
2-2 and a line shot.
Little short wall.
Line. That ball is gone, and the Rays win it.
They got no money to make a regular wall. They had a little paddle wall.
Longoria.
Dude, that happened simultaneously. Everybody was like, yeah, they lost. Boom.
I
Yeah,
can't.
we won. It was like boom, boom, boom. Like it happened literally back to back. And
Baseball-
it was insane.
It's crazy. Baseball is like a magical sport, dude. The things happen like I can't even explain it. Like, for example, I'll just give you a quick 2 examples. A-Rod and Jeter, their 3,000 hit home runs. Like, I mean, at the stadium. Like,
Mhm.
what kind? Like, yo, dude hit his 3,000 hit. It's a home run. He's running around the bases. Like, they don't have to stop the game because it's a 3,000 hit. He's already running around because he hit a home run. Like, he's already getting a standing ovation. It's magical moments. Baseball creates a lot of those.
Man, I can't wait for the last week. We're gonna be watching a lot of baseball in the last week.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, you're gonna be full of baseball knowledge. It's gonna be great.
Exactly. All right, I think it's time to move on to the NFL Week 1 slate.
Excited. I'm excited.
Let's go one by one, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
All right. So the regular season kicks off this Thursday or tomorrow, where the Eagles, the defending champions, play the Cowboys.
Yep. All right, so here we go. Are you ready for some football? Because we're back. And I'm
can't
super
wait, dude.
psyched. I'm super jacked. All right. And it's a great game to kick off because the Cowboys are going to get their asses kicked. I love it when they get their rear ends wiped with a football field. You got the banner coming up for the championship banner. All right. They're going to raise it up. They already got their rings. They're going to have a ceremony.
Biddy, I can't say that live on air, but all right. So, so
I'll just finish off my thought real quick.
Go ahead.
So everyone knows how the Cowboys are on the road. They suck. They're a totally different team on the road. They're shorthanded on defense. They lost their superstar. They have no running game at all. They have this young kid, Williams, I believe, or Richardson or something, and then they got Tolbert. They moved Tolbert to wide receiver now. Now he's not a slash back no more. Dak's going to be on a swivel. Philly, I think, is going to roast them up 42-13.
42-13. Beautiful. Oh, man, that's assuming that Dak Prescott's not going to have 2 garbage time touchdowns. So I'm going to go with 38-24.
Oh, okay. A little bit more juicy for the Cowboys.
Yeah, but it's not going to be close. I mean, they're going to
No.
have 38 points. It's going to be like 38-3, and then they're going to, have a bunch of fourth quarter touchdowns, just to make the game interesting. But Cowboys just lost their best pass rusher. They gained a wide receiver. It wasn't like they really needed that. But Dak Prescott is not like he's going to hit him anyway. So
No. Unless we're hanging out with the tall whites, unless we're hanging out with the UFO people.
Tall white. What is this, like the 1960s NBA?
Well, the tall whites is the tall aliens. He can't hit it. He can't hit a 9-foot guy that's standing there. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. He ain't gonna hit nobody with no passes. So listen, we all know how Dallas is on the road. I think the line went from 5 to like 7. So I mean, expect a blowout.
Absolutely. Next game, Friday, 8 p.m. Chiefs, Chargers. So right now we got the spread at Chiefs -3. I am taking the Chargers +3. And I'm actually thinking that this is going to be a 10-point win by the Chargers.
It sounds
27-17.
It sounds relatively right, and I'm going to tell you this why. San Diego has actually realized what they've been doing wrong for the last 3 years, and that's losing to Kansas City. All right? Perfect time to beat Kansas City, not in the country. We're going to go to Brazil to play this one, right, Roma?
Yeah, they're going to be in Brazil, so it's going to be – and the thing is that the South America has they have a bias towards West Coast teams. I don't know why. They have a bias towards San Francisco. They have a bias towards the old-time Raiders. They have a bias towards the Chargers. I don't know why, but they have a bias towards West Coast California teams.
What do they do to show their biasm?
They wear their jerseys all the time down in their countries.
They never represent a West Coast jersey. It's total disrespect. Down in Brazil.
They don't?
You said they don't. You said they don't. They don't like
do.
to represent. Oh, they do.
Oh yeah. Go to Mexico and see how many 49ers and Raiders jerseys you see down there.
Oh, okay. I got confused. I thought it was the other way around. You had said it. That's why.
Yeah, they're going to do it, and especially now that they're an LA team, there's going to be a lot of Chargers fans down there. It's going to be like a Chargers home game, which it should be because it is technically their first home game of the season.
It's funny. Every time there's like an international game or something like that, you never really see like a mixed crowd. It's always like one-sided. Like it's really like almost a home field advantage for that team that they select.
No, it really is. And I mean, Mahomes is going to do Mahomes, but he's still without his number one wide receiver for the next 6 weeks. So, I don't think that their running game is going to be as good. I mean, their offensive line is still not that good. So Mahomes is going to have to do everything on the run. And Jim Harbaugh is not going to allow his defense to get run over by this team. So I'm calling it 10-point win by the Chargers, 27-17. What you got?
I like it. Yeah, I mean, I like the Chargers, man. I think again they're more mature. They got the same bunch of guys almost. The coach is really
game.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I like McConkey too. I mean, the kid, he's a good stud out there. They got players, bro. And Justin Herbert's in his third or fourth year now.
He's in his sixth year.
He's in his sixth year. Okay, I know Keenan Allen's back, right? They got Keenan Allen back. Not that he might not make a difference or not, but still, I mean, Keenan Allen does have hands. So I like San Diego. I think San Diego's going to win 23-16.
Let me see. Is it his 6th year? I had to check. Man, he's got 137 touchdowns to 45 interceptions. 2020. Yeah, drafted 2020. So
Got it.
He's already got 21,000 yards.
Wow.
I think this is the year that Justin Herbert's going to get, after this game, is going to get picked up a lot on the waiver wire because he did not get picked up this season.
Don't tell anyone that.
Well, I'm telling everybody now, pick up Justin Herbert, even if he's your backup quarterback. pick him up.
Yep.
Because his schedule that he's got this year, I mean, there's a chance they're going to have 12 wins this season.
Yeah, no, they're gonna do some damage. I think they'll beat up the Raiders. Obviously, they'll go through that. Broncos are tough though.
Yeah, I was going to say the Broncos. I don't think they're going to win a game against. I think they're going to lose both games against the Broncos.
So we're expecting them to win their, out of division games, out of conference games, stuff like that. Beat up the Carolina Panthers if they play them. Beat up whoever you got to beat up when you play them. Beat up the Jets if you play them.
Well, on the bright side, the Chiefs have won the AFC West 9 consecutive seasons. Second longest streak in NFL history behind Tom Brady's Patriots, who won the AFC East 11 straight times.
Look at that.
So, David, okay, the Chiefs, they're trying to make it 10 in a row, obviously trying to get back to the Super Bowl. The rest of the division has improved over the offseason. Yeah. So, do you think that this is the year that their reign of terror in the AFC West comes to an end?
Billy and I sat and watched that division quite closely for several years.
You did.
And I just don't see it, right? Unless someone comes out and shows me they have what it takes to go toe-to-toe, not just one game. It's one thing to do it one day, like Philly did. That's great. But, like, in the division consistently, these guys are just fantastic. They have figured it out. They understand. It's up front. It's defense, Spags, number 50.
Okay. I'm calling it right now. The Chiefs are going 1-3 to start the season.
I mean, I don't like the Chiefs. I hope I hope they don't do good at all. I think their days are numbered. Hopefully, as long as the referees behave properly with the fugazi calls and stuff like that. The
MVP of the game or the pinstripes.
Yeah, come on, Zebra, help us out.
All right, let's move on. All right, so we got the Buccaneers at the Falcons.
That's going to be a high-scoring game, dude.
This is going to be – I'm going 45-34 Buccaneers.
I like the Bucs, too, on the road, man. I really do. I'm going to say 38-31.
38-31. All right. You writing these down?
I am. What was yours again? Right. One more time?
No, I said you said 38-31.
Mm-hmm.
I think mine was 45-34.
There you go. Very good.
All right, next. Bengals at Browns.
What do you think about this situation? I mean, I know you would probably answer it differently if there was a different quarterback for Cleveland, but we're gonna have to answer it with the quarterback they have. So,
oh, why? Does it have to do with some pigmentation or something?
Oh no! I mean, the guy can't move. He's like molasses, dude. It's a totally different ball game, different play calls, options.
This guy's a redwood tree behind the offensive line. No, Bengals always start off slow starting the season. I don't know why they do this. They go like 0-3 and then like they go 500 the rest of it. It's so stupid. I cannot predict the beginning of the season for the Bengals. But I think this year they finally break out of that mold. All right. They've got 75% of their salary cap going to 4 players somehow. And they're able to afford everybody else. But the X factor on this team, who do you think I'm going to say it is?
Hendrickson? JB? Joe Burrow? No, talk to me.
It's going to be Chase Brown, their running back.
Okay, because Mixon's gone now. They got CB, and he did pretty good last year, right? It was like a little West Coast guy.
That's right. Well, actually, last year, he didn't even start. It was Moss that started, which I think was their mistake. Their mistake is they started Moss. They had no running game. They had no passing out of the backfield. And so Burrow had to throw everything on his shoulders. And then once Moss got injured, and then insert Chase Brown. Chase Brown was the number 1 fantasy running back from week 8 on.
He was like an Energizer bunny, that kid.
He was. He's only getting paid $1 million a year.
Wow.
At this point. So if he comes in and he becomes almost MVP status, the Bengals are going to have an issue with their salary cap the following year. Because there's going to be no way he's going to sit there and be like, hey, by the way, I scored 23 touchdowns and rushed for 1,500 yards and caught, 60 passes for another 800 yards. Like, you can't just use me and abuse me like that without paying me. So give me my money.
And we all know what their salary cap's going to look like for the next 4 years from last week's episode.
Yes,
so
it was ugly.
Yeah,
it was
man.
Very ugly. But they found out a way to do it because the salary cap went up $20 million.
That's right.
So, yeah. So, I think the Bengals are going to eke one out 24-23.
All right. Every time Cincinnati plays Cleveland, they usually average like 28 to 30 points.
Yeah.
Every time they score, every time they play them. So,
yeah, and not only that, but every other year they'll have like the game of the century where they'll score like it'd be like 55 to like 52. You're like, what the where did this come from?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Cincinnati wins 31-21 on the road.
Nice. I like it. All right, let's move on. Dolphins, Colts.
Hmm.
All right, so it looks like Dolphins, Colts are, let's see, it's Dolphins -1.
So Dolphins a favorite going into the
it's basically a push.
The RCA Dome.
Like it's basically it's a toss. It's a coin toss.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you get the very exceptional Daniel Jones, he's going to throw 2 touchdowns, no picks. And get Jonathan Taylor's got to get it going. Miami could score points. We all know that. They got Waddle. They got Ashawn. They got Tua. I love Tua. Tua is explosive. Just got to stay healthy.
No, you didn't even mention Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Yeah, we all know about Tyreek Hill. We all know what he could do. You know.
Yep. And then they also got A-Chain, who was the he was top 5 running back last year.
I called him Ashawn, but A-Chain. There you go. But the Colts, they have Daniel Jones as quarterback. They got Michael Pittman Jr., the receiver out there. They got Jonathan Taylor, but they also named Daniel Jones the captain. So out of all of those guys, Daniel Jones is the captain, which means this dude's zoned in, bro. I think the Colts are going to win 23-21 at home.
Colts, you think are going to win?
Hmm?
Yeah, I think this is going to be our first disagreement. I think the Miami Dolphins this is going to be the first year where they don't have a bunch of salary cap going to a bunch of players because they just got rid of Jalen Ramsey.
Who, Zach Thomas? That's how old Jalen Ramsey is. It reminds me of Zach Thomas. Remember the linebacker of the Dolphins?
Friggin' Jason Taylor. Yeah, all those guys. No,
but as you were saying.
Yeah. I think Miami, they had a couple of issues with Tua the last couple of years, and it kind of threw the entire team off. But I think this year they're going to get back to where they were 3 or 4 years ago, where they're going to be a high-flying offense. You're not going to know how to defend them because they've got speed all over the field. I don't see. I think this is going to be one of those 31-28 games.
Dolphins, you said?
Right? Yeah, I'm going to go 31-28 Dolphins.
Okay. Hey, listen, Miami is explosive. If they bring the game on if they show up week 1 and start popping and Tua's dropping them in there, to Hill and Waddle and Hill's doing his thing.
You also got to remember they're indoors.
Yeah, it's going to be fast.
So the entire game is going to be fast.
It's going to be loud. It's going to be good. They always play each other, those two.
Right. All right, let's move on to the toilet bowl. All right, so we got the Panthers and the Jaguars playing for the first pick in the draft, first game of the season. Who you got?
Well, I think this is pretty easy. I'm going to go with the home team in Jacksonville. I'll go with the Viking-looking quarterback over there, Trevor Lawrence. And they got ETN back, the running back. Yeah, Fabio at quarterback with ETN. Hopefully ETN could get in the end zone. And I don't know. The Jags defense is pretty good, bro. I like them at home. They're a little nasty bunch at times. Carolina sucks. That's my point of view, at least. I'm going to say Jacksonville wins 24-10.
24-10. All right, hold on. I got it. I got to do it. I have to do it. Let me get the photo. I got to find a good one though. Let's do. Oh man, this thing is screwing me up right now. Anyways, so I think Jaguars are at home. They're going to have a raucous crowd, about 70,000 people. That's Sammy Football's team too. So if I go against the Jaguars, she'll.
I remember her. I remember
Sammy.
I remember the Jag fan.
Yeah, but
I think they got a heck of a defensive line, the Jags. I mean, these kids are going to.
They do. Yeah, those guys get a lot of tackles, but that's because they're on defense all the time.
So who's quarterbacking in Carolina?
Oh, that's
exactly. So anyway, next game.
No, he played at Alabama. Jesus Christ! All right, here we go. There's Fabio.
Oh my guy! Sign him up for the wall. Game of Thrones. Put an axe in his hand and a shield. We're ready to go. Yeah, Carolina will be bending the knee on Sunday.
Yes, but it's Bryce Young. Bryce Young is the quarterback.
He still needs classes. He still needs to be taught, that kid, how to play.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go on to the next game.
You gotta give me a final.
Oh, 28-17.
Very good.
Okay. Now,
the Raiders.
The other toilet bowl game. Raiders versus Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to surprise a lot of people this year. I think the Patriots are going to make the playoffs this year.
Whoa, Toledo's.
Yes.
Is that a bold prediction?
It's a bold prediction, and I think
you're dropping it right now on everyone. A bold prediction?
I think the AFC East is going to be last year's NFC North.
Okay. And what's this year's NFC North going to be? Truly insane?
It's going to be where you're going to have three teams fighting for a playoff spot.
Beating the crap out of each other, too, bro.
In the AFC.
And if the Bears show up, well, hey, then you got the fourth team in there.
People are sleeping on the Jets, too. And, they
just lost Vera Tucker. They just lost their biggest star today. He is out for a significant amount of time. VTA. Vera Tucker.
No position.
I believe if he's not an offensive lineman, he's a defensive lineman.
Oh, so he's a lineman. Ooh.
He's their top guy. He got hurt bad. Listen, the Jets got no luck. I mean, we all know this.
Yeah, that's been every year, especially when Aaron Rodgers came in and played 2 snaps. But that was, we're not.
I was watching that. I mean, it was incredible. You can't make it up. I feel bad for Jet fans. Like Joe Beningo from WFAN says, bro, you can't make it up. And that's it.
You can't. All right. Let's see. Raiders going to fly across the country and play the Patriots early. I'm pretty sure that's a 1:00 game.
It is.
I'm going to go Patriots 26-10.
Whoa. Okay. 26-10 Pats.
Yep.
That's
Mike Vrabel's going to have them ready to go.
That's a really ugly game for Oakland, then, you're telling me, right? I mean, for Vegas, right?
Yeah, because I don't think they're going to be able to get the running game going, and they're not going to. I mean, Geno Smith has nobody to pass to. Maybe Bowers, but that's about it.
I'm going to say the Patriots win 19-17.
All right. All right, moving on. Cardinals, Saints.
This is going to be a barn burner, bro. These guys are going to get beat up. There's going to be multiple injuries. The cart might come out.
I think this game, Saints don't have a quarterback. You don't have
No, but they have a tight end who could play quarterback.
Yeah, don't be surprised if he jumps in and finishes off the game. But I think this is going to be the biggest blowout of this weekend's games. I am going Cardinals 48, Saints 14.
Mr. Murray. Mr. Murray's dropping dimes. What are you saying? 4 or 5 touchdowns?
Murray's going to go for 4 touchdowns and 1 on the ground.
Or is it going to be the Terminator looking for Connor?
Connor's going to score the other touchdowns. You know, Connor is he's 30 years old, but he's a big running back that on the in the red zone is just, I mean, he is a monster.
Yeah, I mean, he missed a little bit of time last year. He's healthy. He's ripping, roaring to go. Murray's in, what's Murray now? What year is Murray in now? His 5th, 6th year now as well?
I think so.
He was ready to go.
Yeah, sixth season, I believe.
They got Mr. MHJ over there, Marvin Harrison Jr. He's an explosive player. They got a sick tight end in McBride, one of the best in the league. As long as their defense can play some ball, don't turn the ball over, stay healthy, they got a really good chance.
Exactly.
Let me give you my final score. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm on the same page as you. I just don't think it's going to be that extensive of a blowout. I'm going to say the Cardinals win 30-20 over the Saints.
I don't know how they're going to score 20 points. I don't know who they're like. It's just
they got Alvin
throwing the ball.
Simon and Theodore. We'll see what happens.
Ooh, do. All right, so next game, Steelers, Jets. This is a toss-up for me.
It's a tough game, right?
This is a tough game. I mean, I would say the Steelers because Aaron Rodgers is coming back to the Jets after leaving the Jets and heading back over there. But they've got some stuff on offense there.
Yeah, man. They also got a receiver from Dallas this year, I believe, did they?
Yeah, they did. And not only that, but they also got DK Metcalf.
Now, Metcalf. That dude's explosive from Seattle. Hey, which Aaron what are you gonna get? Are you gonna get Aaron Rodgers or are you not gonna get Aaron Rodgers? I don't know what's gonna happen, to tell you the truth. This is gonna be a very ugly, disgusting game. I don't think there's gonna be many touchdowns scored. I'll jump ahead of you real quick, and I'm gonna say Pittsburgh wins 17-14.
I got 16-10.
Good enough.
Yep, moving on. All right. The New York Big Blue Giants at Washington Commanders, which I'm going to try and find a ticket to that game.
Wow.
And I'm going to come out there in my big blue. I mean, if I get shot, you'll know why. But the
somebody call 911. Let's see Roma hanging off the thing like this. Like, what happened, Mo? You good?
Little woozy here. No, so Giants Commanders, as much as this pains me, I don't think they're going to win this first game unless Russell Wilson turns into Russell Wilson of 10 years ago. I think the Commanders, they have a quarterback that just does not miss a pass.
Yeah, he's got a little chip on his shoulder too. He's a really good quarterback.
He does, but this is going to come down to fourth quarter play. Now, the only shining bright light is going to be the defensive front four of the New York Giants.
Yep.
with Dexter Lawrence.
Sexy Dexy all day.
Sexy
He
Dexy.
commands that line. He is the captain of it.
You got Burns out there. We've got Thibodeau out there. We've got
Micah McFadden.
And then, of course, our new addition, Abdul Carter. If we run a 5-man front,
Who was the last team that would put 5 nose tackles down and smash someone in the face?
that was the Bears. But it wasn't nose tackle. They played that 46 Bear defense.
Okay.
Where they had 6 down linemen and 2 linebackers. Like, you just couldn't.
Is there a rule to have somebody lined up in the tackle spots?
No.
Like,
You can line up all 11 players on the back end zone if you wanted to.
gotcha.
But
It's going to be a good game, fourth quarter.
but I really want to see this defensive line of the New York Giants, because if everybody plays their potential, there's no quarterback is going to survive.
Yeah, I mean, I think their defense is going to play just like a Guinness beer stout. They're going to be stouty stout. And I'm telling you right now, the only bad little thing about this is McLaurin's back and Daniels is ready to throw the ball to him, and, I don't know if they call it FedEx now or RFK still or whatever over there, but
No, RFK, they're destroying RFK right now.
what is the Washington's, what is like the Forum or something, or?
No, it's FedEx Field.
Oh, it is FedEx. Okay, good.
Mhm.
That place is going to be rocking. I want to see championship Russell Wilson football, and I want to see it now. I'm a Giant fan. I don't really get too much to cheer about.
Because I hate to say it, but Russell Wilson is on a silent short leash.
Yeah, I think we all know that. Unfortunately, I mean, he's a great guy. It's just we got to win some games. Who knows? Who knows what we're going to get?
There's a reason why he's on a short leash.
Yeah, number 2 is looking a little healthy, huh? What's his name?
Jackson.
What's his name? Ooh.
Dud. All right, I am going Commanders 23, Giants 16.
I'm going to be a homer. I'm going to be a homer, man. I'm sorry. I expected him to beat Washington before Washington completed the move with McLaurin. I expect the Giants to really show up and get this W on the calendar. I see the Giants winning 27-24 in overtime.
Oh, wow.
Come get some.
Let's do it. All right. Now, we've got Titans at the Broncos at Mile High Stadium. We're gonna do lightning round now because we don't have a lot of time. Titans are gonna get their ass kicked.
Bad.
Yeah. I'm going 34-9.
Wow. You almost read my mind. It's pretty wild. I'll go 35-9.
35-9. Oh, because
Price is right.
One better than me. All right, so all right, 49ers Seahawks. This is going to be another interesting game. A lot of people think that Sam Darnold is going to be throwing the ball all over the place like he was in Minnesota. He does not have the receivers there that he had then. They're going to have to rely on the running game. All right. And I don't think that the Seahawks had the firepower that they used to. They lost DK Metcalf. They lost Tyler Lockett. They gained,
They got Jason Smith and the Jigby. He's okay. You know what I mean?
They got Jigba. They've got Cooper Kupp, but that is not Lockett and Metcalf. So
No.
I think Seattle's going to lose that game 20-17.
A little bit closer than I thought you were going to say. I like Mr. Irrelevant.
49ers are a close game.
Yeah. All right, listen, Debo's not there anymore, right? All right, so I like Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. All right. I like Brandon Ayuk, and Mr. McCaffrey and the Bosa brothers. Come on, man, where we at? 49ers 35, Seattle 17.
Got it. All right. Lions, Packers, divisional matchup. What are you going?
This is a playoff game, week 1. I love it. Thank you, NFL. I must say. It's crazy because the Lions are really talked about to make the Super Bowl. They're the Lions. We all know about the Lions of last year. They're the same team, the same coach, military coach that got Dan Campbell's crazy. This guy doesn't take losing lightly. All right. I see the Lions going into Green Bay and winning 24-23.
38-21. Lions.
So let's talk about Mike a little bit here. Is it going to be a game changer?
I don't think so, because the problem is that the Lions still have their wide receiver core. They still have their two-headed monster at running back. It's just they have two. Whatever the we're going to talk about.
We'll talk about that
defense here in a second, in our next segment. But
they got Laporta, the tight end. Forget about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got everything that they need there to beat the Packers, right? And really, it's not about whether the Lions can go into Green Bay and beat the Packers. Is can the Packers score enough to keep up with the Lions? And I don't think that they can. I think that the Packers are actually going to take a step back on offense, even with their new wide receiver, Golden.
He's going to be good, Golden.
They've got wide receiver 1 and 2 that are there, but everybody else barely has any snaps. I don't see them offensively being able to keep up. And the Lions defense, who was decimated last year, and I mean absolutely decimated at 9 positions.
And they were still representing.
Is all going to be back.
Listen, for what I got to say for Green Bay, I think it's wrong place, wrong time. If they caught the Lions second to last game of the season in Green Bay when it's 20 degrees, we'll talk about it a little differently. Lions got them at the perfect time. It's 70 degrees in Green Bay. It's the first game of the year. The Lions ain't going to lose because they're pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
And Green Bay will learn from this. I bet you they'll bounce back, and Green Bay might even be 3-1 after that, but they're going to lose.
Exactly.
They already got up there.
All right. We got Texans versus the LA Rams, or I'm sorry, the other way around. It's the Texans at the Rams.
You got it.
The Rams is one of those teams that I just cannot predict. I can't. Like Matthew Stafford, you count them out and then they just come back and make the playoffs. Like it's
weird.
We have no idea how they do this, right?
It looks like they don't they want to keep the juice all year, that hungriness, and it looks like they only catch the hungriness when they need to get hungry.
Exactly. No, here's the thing: the Texans are out some of their players. All right, they're out their starting running back. They're out their speedy wide receiver. I don't think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Rams are going to run away in the end. I'm going to go Rams 30, Texans 21.
Yeah, I think Houston's going to have a little bit of a problem too, because they're going to try to want to keep up tempo with the Rams, and I think C.J. Stroud's going to have a little bit of his hands full doing so much in that game. I mean, he's going to have to be on the run all day passing. Then he's going to have to take off and do his own thing. He's going to get hit. He's going to be getting chased all day by that Rams defense. And then, like you said, Stafford, you have a great quarterback when he wants to play. You got Paula Nakua, the young stud there.
Mm-hmm.
They got Williams at running back. The Rams are good.
Devontae Adams is now there.
They got DA. We all know about him, man. You throw him the ball, he's catching it for 80. So, I think the Rams are going to be a little bit better than what anybody's even talking about. I don't even think anyone's talking about them. So I'm going to say that, I'm going to say the Rams win 31-21. So again, I'm going to oust you by 1 point. And that's not on purpose.
I don't see nothing wrong. All right. So Sunday night game. Ravens at
This is a beauty.
Bills. Ooh. They basically have the teams that they had last year plus their rookie picks.
Yeah, both teams definitely are hyped up. They're hyped and rosters up themselves.
They're
These are
basically the same team.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. This is prime time. This is what you want every week on TV when you're sitting home. This is a flabbergasted game. You're flabbergasted. You're done. You're toasted from all the action, and then you get the knockout punch. Baltimore, Buffalo. All right, this is two teams where people draft their players from fantasy lineups. These two teams are loaded. This is going to be a sick game, bro. What do you like?
Here's how I feel. Whoever scores first is going to win.
Even if it's like a safety?
Whoever scores first is going to win this game.
Okay. I like it.
Buffalo cannot stop Derrick Henry.
That's why I drafted him.
But Baltimore cannot stop Josh Allen. Josh Allen is defense proof.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a smart guy.
It's not just that he's smart. Defense against Josh Allen.
You got to come up with special packages. You're losing your mind. You're getting a headache trying to create something to stop the kid.
Mm-hmm. So whoever scores first is going to win this game. All right. I am going 28-25, whoever scores first.
28-25, random.
Whoever scores first.
Very good. I'm going to say 28-21, whoever scores last.
Oh, you jerk.
And anyone in between.
All right, and then the final game.
The creme de la creme.
Monday night, 8:15. Vikings, Bears.
The Bears.
Vikings at Bears with a rookie quarterback in Chicago with the smallest stadium, but one of the loudest stadiums.
Yeah, that's pretty rocking over there, bro.
And what they've picked up with that new tight end and with like everybody coming back healthy and with Williams and the way that he played in the preseason.
Yeah.
I think it's time. I am going with the Bears, who are going to be number 2 in the division with 11 wins.
That's crazy.
All my Bears friends are doing backflips in their living room right now. So they're going with 11 wins. The Lions are going to have 13. I'm going Bears over the Vikings 34-10.
That's a smasher. What are we going to get from Minnesota? You know, we know about Justin Jefferson. We know about the dance.
I feel bad.
We know about the dances. You know what I mean?
I feel bad for anybody that picked Justin Jefferson second or third pick overall because I don't think JJ is going to be able to pass to him.
No, and he's on my bench, and he'll be on my bench. Yeah, exactly. He's going to be frustrated. He might mentally check out and ruin his stats, Jefferson, like
just to get traded.
Yeah, like it's crazy. On the other flip side of it, Chicago, how many? Do me a favor if you could.
Mm-hmm.
Google this. How many wins did Chicago have last year? The Bears?
2024, Chicago. The Bears. All right, so last year the Chicago Bears went. What the hell? Actually, let me do it this way. Chicago Bears record.
And the reason why I asked you to do this is a good little point I'm going to bring up for you. Great Chicago Bear fans. I'm very optimistic about your team.
They went 5-12.
You could double that. They're going to have 10 wins this year. The Bears will have 10 wins. 28-14 Chicago over Minnesota to wrap up week number 1 in the NFL.
I say they're going to have 11. One more than you.
You dipped me, dapped me. Never double dip a chip.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I say they're going to have 11 wins. And they're going to have a huge problem with Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams has figured it out.
Yeah, he understands what's going on.
And
we agree on that.
It's going to be rough. Man, I can't wait to come back next week because what we're going to do next week is we're going to go through our win-losses. We're going to tally them for the season.
Yes, sir. We're going to have Navasa do a little work. He's going to be writing them down or typing them in and going to keep them logged in the log book. It's going to be great.
Oh,
so much fun.
Come on, Bash.
Bash was great.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on screen. All right. So that goes it for I was supposed to do the second segment we were supposed to transition into, but I completely forgot. So that was my fault. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But it is time for the franchise file. All right, so let's talk about Cowboys trading Micah Parsons to the Packers for 2 first-round picks and defensive lineman Kenny Clark, all-pro defensive end, signing $188 million deal. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Parsons gets his payday in Green Bay.
A blockbuster trade for the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys, landing the Packers, maybe the best defensive player in the NFL. And the terms and the contract associated are massive. 2 ones go from the Packers to the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons gets a 4-year, $188 million deal. 4 years, $188 million, $47 million per year. That is quarterback money, Tom. This deal done by David Mulugheta and Andre Odom of Athletes First. And this, of course, according to me and you and our good friend Jane Slater. And look, for the Dallas Cowboys, this ends a saga that has been going on for months and months and months. Ever since it became clear that there was nothing going to happen with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons moving forward, called him to a meeting. Jerry Jones tried to negotiate a deal with him. Without his agent, rubbed Parsons the wrong way. Parsons felt like the Cowboys were taking advantage of him. At that point, the relationship was broken. And my understanding is over the course of the past 3 or 4 days, the Cowboys engaged with the Packers. They struck a deal about 2 days ago, and then in secrecy, the Green Bay Packers and David Mulugheta, who's Micah Parsons' agent, who the Cowboys did not negotiate with, struck this deal. Micah Parsons is now a Green Bay Packer. Those are real words, Tom, and that is very, very true.
Man. So okay. 2 first-round picks. Do you think he was worth 2 first-round picks?
I do. I really do.
Why
He is a super game changer, bro. First of all, the voice in the locker room. We'll start with that. We'll start as soon as he walks in the door. All right?
Okay.
As soon as he walks in the door, he's got that positive vibe. He's got the energy, and everybody knows this guy's the real deal. It's Micah Parsons. Look at this dude. Let me tell you something. Dallas shafted this guy, bro. Like, Jerry Jones, he's like a little disrespectful, man. Like, yo, this guy's putting up numbers. They're trying to play with him. They're trying to stretch him out. They're trying not to pay the guy. He is the captain solidifier right in the middle of the hub, linebacker maniac. This guy, like I just said, is a game changer, bro. And 2 first rounders don't mean anything. Nothing's guaranteed. Micah is guaranteed. You know what you're getting from that guy. He's a 99 in Madden. Like, get out of here.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you right now, Clark feels like he's good because look who he just got traded for. Clark must have a peacock chest right now thinking he's the man, bro. But anyway, the pack is made out, bro. Dallas should be devastated.
Absolutely, yeah, because if you look at the contract standoff and then, like, leveraging the math, the negotiations stalled. It was clear. Dallas was starting at either a fifth-year option or franchise tag, meeting a market-setting ask. But Parsons' agent said the Cowboys' offer averaged only $40.5 million, but the guarantees and structures were sticking points, right? Because he could get record-setting guarantees somewhere else.
Of course.
And then Green Bay stepped in, with $120 million guaranteed at the signing, but $136 million of total guarantees, which is a term that Dallas just wouldn't match, and they couldn't match it because they've got Dak Prescott, they've got CeeDee Lamb, they just brought in what's his name, Pickens.
Pickens
which
from Pittsburgh. Yep.
They're going to have to pay him too at some point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Dallas is going to take a step back, dude. They just lost their key defender. They got no running game. You know what I mean? They used the franchise tag, I believe, on Dak a few years back before they gave him this crazy contract. All right. I just feel like the locker, I'm a big locker room guy. I feel like, camaraderie and the vibe and the feel and family stuff, like Parsons didn't want to be there. He was playing the game, you know what I mean? But he really wanted out, and we knew that 4 months ago. You know what I mean? So,
yep.
Dallas is roasted, bro.
Well, not just that, but it's an offensive league now. And the thing is that getting rid of Parsons now, what that does is that frees up money to sign other players on defense, which is what they really needed because their defense is just – it's hit or miss. They either are going to make awesome plays or they're going to miss awesome, like dreadful plays.
Yeah.
For touchdowns, right? And then of course, when you think about the cap strategy and the reallocations, it frees Dallas to reallocate money to defensive resources, but also the injury risk because Parsons had a facet joint sprain, which is a sprain of your L4 and L5 at the bottom of your back. And that created near-term availability questions. But he says he can play. Right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think that Dallas thought that was a big deal because they wanted to continuously try to stretch for this guy. And again, it's illegal to trade an injured player. You can't trade an injured player to another team without them knowing or some other whatever's going on. So I think that injury is in the back burner right now. I think he's ready to rock and roll.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But let's talk about what does this mean for the Green Bay Packers? All right. Because, you look at the schemes and the schematics under the defensive coordinator, Jeff Huffley, it leans at a wide 9 look, all right, which is simulated pressures and vision zone coverages. What Parsons does is he kind of amplifies that as like an alpha edge who can kick inside on games. But he can basically play anywhere on the defensive line and apply pressure wherever. So let's go ahead and talk about that, all right? So this is from Match Quarters. The Green Bay Packers, Mike, inverted cover 2 simulated pressure cutup. It says year 1 under Hafley was a success and provided Green Bay with a roadmap to follow. One key element of the Packers' new defense is their use of non-traditional Tampa simulated pressures. All right, so how does that work? Let's see here. Do we have a setup? No, we don't. So let's see if they explain it. So Hafley would also be tasked with transitioning from a 3-4 base to featuring a 4-down wide 9 front, meaning the 9 technique, right? Barry and LaFleur had worked together 1 year in L.A. when Matt was the offensive coordinator for Sean McVay. After 3 seasons, LaFleur pivoted to a defense that was more reflected in Robert Saleh's longtime friend. Hafley worked with Saleh in San Francisco for 2 seasons, 17-18, before taking the D.C. job at Ohio State. Eventually took the 4-down single high base defense with him to Boston College. For pundits outside the move, the 4-down base, it was clear how the defense in Green Bay would look. Hafley was a wide 9 base in Boston College, mostly ran cover 1. All right, so I'm going to go into here. Let's see. Wide 9 base Defense football.
I'm not a big fan of the wide 9 alignment, and I want to talk to you about that a little bit today.
Oh,
Just to be clear about it,
hold
just
on,
to
this is a
remind you.
problem. Give me a second. There we go. So this is the wide 9.
Looks like they got 3 linebackers.
All right, so let's go back. All right, so we've got your A gaps, you got your B gaps, you got your C gaps, all right, and your D gaps on the outside. So it looks like they're running a 2 tight end set. So wide meaning outside, right? So you cover the outsides no matter
They're going to
what.
expand. Yep.
Well, it's not even just an expansion. It's who is covering the outside leverage on the outside of the offensive line or the tight ends or whoever's on the outside, right? So if you look at the defensive player on this side here, and you look at the defensive player on the outside here, it's false, right? Because it looks like a 3. Technically, is it a 3-4?
Looks like a nickel.
3-4. So it's a 4-3 defense offset. All right. So it's a 3-4 odd defense where they have an odd number of players right over here.
In the gaps, like, yeah.
Right. So the issue here is they have. If I'm trying to remember how this works, but either way, you always have one person wide on the outside, and then you have one person wide on the other side, but you don't know who that wide person is. It could be a cornerback, it could be a safety, it could be a linebacker.
They're not going to show that
but they're not going to show you
yeah.
who is watching that outside leverage from the line, right? You're only going to see it after you snap the ball.
So are we getting a play action here?
What it shows here is the running game, and you see how, boom, you got combos here in the center.
Double teams.
You see how easy it was to get to the running back. Now,
Yeah, because they had 4 guys blocked too.
Exactly. Now, the problem with this is that you're leaving a lot of gaps in the middle. And so if they spread out the offense, right, to 4 wide receivers, 2 on one side, 2 on the other, there's no need to do double team blocks because you're giving so much space that they're going to be rushing for 6 yards a carry.
It's a double negative right there.
Right.
Coach him up, coach.
Yep, it's all going to be on coaching. All right.
Big time.
So how does this help Dallas, right?
I mean, they get 2 first rounders.
They get 2 first rounders.
They get a stud in Clark.
And then Jones says he could help the trade of Parsons, similar effect to that of the 1989 trade of running back Herschel Walker in the Minnesota Vikings, which the Cowboys used to build their rosters and won 3 Super Bowls. So I don't know how much longer Jerry Jones is going to be here, but do you think that you're going to be here when you use those 2 picks?
That's an early end of a show there.
Thank you, guys. We're never coming back. No,
I mean, that's what his spokesperson should come out and say. I mean, listen, he's trying to work magic again before he goes away. You know, I mean, he wants to see it one more time. They haven't won since '94. I mean, geez Louise, right?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Doug. Yeah, it's technically a 4-3 defense. All right. So, so the 2 firsts equals oxygen for the roster, right?
Chance.
It's a cost-controlled. Yep. It's a cost-controlled picks from 26-27 to rebuild a defense that's already thin, you know, and rebalances resources after years of top-heavy spending to all their stars, and especially all those years, a couple years ago, of spending it on the offensive line, which did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
They wasted a lot of money on Dak, unfortunately. I think that's where they shot the wallet off, like, kind of ruined things going forward if it didn't work out.
Right. But what it does is Kenny Clark gives them interior defense right now. Right. So it helps with the running game and pocket pushes and stuff like that. Cap flexibility. They get a reset of the culture of their defense, and unlocks extensions pathways for like Tyler Smith, and quite a daily distraction heading into week 1. All right. Green Bay's usage, you're able to move him around. They're able to manage the back. They're able to have intermediate ripples on the interior chatter, on national takes from everybody, because every single year, it's like the Cowboys, this is their year. This is your year, Cowboys. I hate to say it, guys, but this year is not your year.
No. And they should get that famous America's favorite team nickname stripped from them, because, this organization hasn't done nothing in 25 years. What are we, lost in the mud?
Exactly. And they should take it away from them and give it
35. Yeah, 25 years. Yeah, you're right.
There it is. Well, let's give it to the Giants then. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Please go to RidesMiddleAmerica.com. It's our news, rants, deep dives. We've got all different types of shows for you. We've got pop culture. We've got true crime. We've got history. We've got we've got it all for you. We got sports now. We got conspiracies coming up. We got documentaries, So this is definitely a different type of podcast for you. Got everybody here. If you want to support us, please go to Roma Nation Network merch. And let's see what we got here.
Merch it up.
There it is. We got the new drive-in shirts. My goodness.
Whoa, that should be fun. Yeah. I actually like that. It reminds me of, you ever play Fallout? Anybody play Fallout 4? It looks like one of them logos on the shirts. Super cool, dude. For real. Yep.
We got the Facts and Sass shirt.
Ooh.
All of our shirts coming in right now. We've got our Weaponize Your Autism.
Love it. That's one of our favorites right there.
I love this shirt. Yep. The allegedly. That's from not Facts and Sass, but
Sunset Ranch.
Sunset Rants. Yeah, Sunset Rants. Yep. And then we've got a couple of other shirts that are coming in. Roman Nation. We got the Sunset Rants there. We got the bags. We got hats.
Oh, we got Scrappy's Ohio.
Yep, Ohio man there. Yeah, it's definitely good. Definitely good. But yeah, so please like, comment, and subscribe. You can find this dude over here. Let's see. Let me get you up.
It is.
Boom. All right. You can find you on X at LemonGrag108. All right.
Sir.
59 followers. You just started on X too. You never had an X.
No, I never did. I'm not really a social media dude, and unfortunately, in the genre that we're in now, I'm gonna have to be. So, bear with me. I'll get there with the social media stuff.
You're good. You got 12 followers a week since we started this show. So it's
yeah. And I only accept people that are legit. So for you little fake porno girl thing sending me followers, and you losers, don't even hit the button because I'm not going to accept it.
Exactly. And then you've got me. Where am I at? Uh-oh.
Where are you, AK? The best. The GOAT.
Here I am.
There he is, my guy, AK, the host of Roma Nation.
Yes, you can find me at the real Roma_AK. I just started my subscribe program. I
noticed that. Yeah, good for you, bro. This is a start. This is a jump start. You're gonna get it cracking.
Exactly. So if you guys want to help me out, head over to the real Roma_AK. It's only $5 a month. That $5, trust me, goes a long way because I've got 8 shows here. And we're
Yeah,
trying to
man.
get everybody up and running. So,
Listen, I mean, people waste $5 on nothing. So to give this kid who works super hard, full-time job, full family, multiple shows, he gives his heart and soul. I don't think $5 is going to crack the wallet, guys. You know what I mean? Support this dude, bro. He's giving his freaking blood here. No joke.
I'm working on it. I'm working on making time for myself, but
Oh, you got 8,000 followers. You're an animal.
exactly.
We call it AK the animal.
That's right. That's right. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for
Thank
joining
you.
us tonight. I can't wait to see our predictions for next week.
Super excited, bro.
So, without further ado, I want to thank you guys for watching tonight, and we will see you next week for ROMA Sports. Have a good night.